Today we are going to discuss FM generation methods. The first method is the direct method and the second one is the indirect method, which is also known as Armstrong mode modulator. The direct method is further divided into the varactor diodes or the valley cap. This second method is reactance modulator. Uh, what we know about the FM, so FM means frequency of the carrier is varied in accordance to the modulating signal. And how can we generate the carrier signal? The generation of the carrier. An oscillator with the help of a tank circuit produces carrier signals. So what is the tank circuit? So we can draw the tank circuits like this. So this is L naught and this is C naught. And we can calculate the frequency of that tank circuit. So the frequency of the tank circuit F4 is equals to 1 over 2 pi under root L naught C naught. So that is the basically tuned tank circuits. But we can do some changes in the tank circuits in order to produce the direct FM generations. So like we further add a variable capacitor in the tank circuit. So our tank circuit can be something like this. And we can write the frequency of the tank circuit F bar, which is equals to L C naught plus CT. So CT is like we are going to change with the addition of another capacitor whose value is changing with time. Like CT changes in accordance to the message signal, and the frequency of F dash is dependent on the F naught. So with the help of this circuit, we can directly generate the FM signal whose frequency is given by F bar. So that is F bar. So there are various devices which can be used to generate the F bar. The first one is the varactor diode. Or valley cap. This is basically a reverse bias diode. The second one is BJT, bipolar junction transistor, or field effect transistor, FET. So with the help of Miller's effect. The third one is electron tube, which is also known as reactance tube. The other one is klystron oscillator. And the last one is multi-vibrator. So what is the principle of generating this type of signal? That is known as VCO, voltage controlled oscillator. So voltage controlled oscillator means that the frequency of the oscillator is varied in accordance to the input signal. We can consider an example of Hartley oscillator for the direct generation of the FM signal. So what is Hartley oscillator? So a transistor with the combination of the fixed tuner like inductors L1 and L2 is an inductor and C is the variable capacitor, so whose value is varied in accordance to the message signal. So like we are taking the example of the constant circuit, like if we suppose that we have a constant capacitor C. So if we have constant capacitor C, then in that case the frequency of the constant capacitor can be written like this, C. But in a variable case, like if we have a variable capacitance, then the frequency of the variable capacitance, which is equals to 1 over 2 pi Ct, and here in this case Ct is equals to C minus Ks Mt, where Mt is your input signal and Ks is the device sensitivity. So we can replace this value here in this formula. Then the answer is which can be rewritten like this. We can take C constant or a common, then the meaning is something like this, Ks over C Mt. So we can rewrite this again. And we know that this is the frequency of the oscillator with constant capacitor. So we can say that, okay, so F bar is equals to Fo multiplied by 1 minus Ks over Cm of t, whose power is minus 1 by 2. So if we open this power, so we can write this formula and approximate. So this is minus and minus multiplied by minus, the answer is plus. So 1 plus Ks upon 2 Cm of t. So that is the approximation, like we are ignoring the other higher order values, and then we are just keeping the first two values, so that will be the answer. So if we further simplify that formula, that can be equals to 1 plus k of f mt. So that is the equation that you can see, that which can be used for the direct generation of the FM signal. So you can see that the frequency of the oscillator is directly dependent or is varied in accordance to the message signal, and kf is a constant, like modulation constants. So I hope you understand the direct method of the generation of FM. So if you have any question or any suggestion or any recommendation, so you are most welcome to write in the comment box, and we can further improve our next lecture considering your suggestions, recommendations or questions. Thank you for watching the video.